You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. So the cause and foundations of African thought has been an awakening experience for me, and I have followed up with some of the lessons. Like I ran into a group of old classmates of mine. Then I just asked them, "What creation stories do you know? What narrative of the origin of life on Earth do you know?" And all they shared with me was that one and only one narrative, regardless of the fact that they came from ethnic groups and nationalities which had cultures old enough to bring about their own explanation of how life on Earth began. But these are grown men of about 30 years of age. None of them have heard any other apart from the only one of Adam and Eve. And it makes it very clear that there were, I won't say good reasons, but there were very clear reasons why all these cultural narratives of the life on Earth were systematically killed in order for only one to stay. It's very much like the Christian doctrine of Jesus being the one and only way, apart from which there is no other way. And when you take this interesting doctrine in the Christian Bible and apply it across the interaction between Westerners and the rest of the world, you are able to see a strict relationship. The Western way is supposed to be the only way. No other way must be entertained. That's just one benefit I got from Foundations of African Thought. The topic on
we and bebree free amanaman free nipa bebree omoya before far senior areas in our shares.
The topic on the multiple selves. How Africans perceive personality and the multiple selves that makes it. It's also extremely enlightening. So it helps one understand himself better. The belief that we are spirit or soul inhabiting the body has some explanation, explains something, but what we learn from Foundations gives a broader understanding which is closer home. When you walk out of the classroom and reflect on that lesson, you are able to connect with it better than what we have previously known. And beyond this, there are other topics, I mean, I discovered, I've been in doubt about the validity of Kemet and its place in understanding the various civilizations that came. But under the course, we were provided with incontrovertible evidence about where it all started from and the origins of some things. And in this line, I'd like to bring up the video shown on Teofilo Benga, where he quoted one of these a mystical Greek philosopher, one whose name has transcended his time and his space and has been shoved down our throats as one of the world's key philosophers and all, bemoaning the quality of education they were having in Greece at the time in comparison with Kemet. So the benefits, I would say, are immense, and it was just the beginning of something great which is about to happen here in this institute and within us, those of us who were part of the first group. And we really can't say it all in this interaction, but it was immensely beneficial to me in many ways. And that also takes me to the other aspect of this interaction, which is the usefulness of video presentations in teaching. Now, when you are sitting in a class where you are discussing reading material and text, however attentive you are, however interested you are, your level of interest grows the moment that your lecturer tells you that I'm going to show a video, right? It's like a break from the constant thing. Everybody's level of interest grows, and this affects the student's attention to what's about to come in the video. And if you are fortunate to have the kind of videos that we had in the class, then with that level of attention, with that heightened level of attention, then the benefits are going to be immense. I was able to speak of Teofilo Benga because after watching that video clip, I didn't need to go back and read much of what he has said, because it just penetrated my mind and took a space. It took a permanent space, and I remember a lot of the things that came out of the video. Same can be said about other videos we saw. There was one part, this one that we saw at the beginning of the course, which was to prove to us that the okra sits on the shoulder, or is located in this region. And as such, when some of our cultures are performing their rituals, they start from here, move out to the head, and come here to illustrate this. And the position of the okra has had has already occupied a space in African philosophical discourse, right? With Kwame Nkrumah's initial arguments about his position in the mind and the subsequent refutal of his view by I can't remember the other person, but it was illustrated in the class, right? So apart from that video, I think we also saw other videos of Teofilo Benga, and it was extremely beneficial. I have video, how will I call it? Photographic, or is it videographic memories of those videos? So using video to teach.
Were you able to see the Charles Finch?
No.
Were you there for the Charles Finch one?
Which one? I don't
The
think
astrological wheel.
I think I came in. He's the light skinned guy, right? Who was wearing the suit.
Yeah.
I came in at the latter part of it. I came in at the latter part of it. Yeah. But because of my special situation, I missed out on some of them. But the ones I saw, I think applying video in teaching is extremely important, because one, it heightens the students' attention, because video is a break, right? It's more like a very interesting commercial you look forward to, and then when it comes, because of your heightened attention, you're on the position to benefit immensely. So these are the two reasons why I would recommend video presentations in class.
And so just overall for the class as a whole, how would you sum up what you got from the class and just the content as a whole, just to sum it up?
If all Africans get the chance to read, we read a lot of the reading materials a lot. But at least Kamalu, at a time in their lives where they can understand what he's saying, I'm pretty sure the changes that we are going to see after that are going to be monumental. Like I said earlier, it has only started a serious shift in my thinking and in the way I approach things. Right? In the past, I couldn't really take on some things, like the way I said about Christianity. The fact that Western impositions of their culture and views on us has a very strong resemblance with the Christian doctrine, which suggests that Jesus is the only way and there's no other way. You know. But now I'm able to really speak about these things without fearing that what I'm doing is blasphemy. You know, and that suggests that I have become empowered. I have overcome previous fears, and I'm able to take on some things that within my personal environment will be considered an abomination. And speaking today, I think I'm way better, way better than I started, than the time I had not taken a course like this. And I'm most grateful to the Institute and Dr. Kambon for championing this. Sometimes I have dreams of going to pursue a PhD and coming back to join forces with Dr. Kambon and see how far we can take Foundations of African Thought. I think it should go out of Institute of African Studies. It should have a very important place in University of Ghana curriculum and also in every African university. And if we can break it down to the level of our younger brothers and sisters, I think even from nursery, they must learn some of these things.
Because they get that other creation story from
Yeah,
the womb almost.
exactly.
They get it from very young.
Yeah. And when they learn some of these things, it's really going to change a lot of things. I mean, we are speaking today. Yesterday, Muhammad Ali passed away. And I saw a lot of tributes. Not yesterday, on Friday, right? Saturday. And some tributes were saying an American icon. Like today is convenient to call him an American icon. If he had obeyed the American rules, he would have died before age 29.
Which is what happened with Joe Louis,
Yeah.
the heavyweight champion before him. He went to fight and, did all these things for America, so forth and so on. In his old age, they abandoned him. He had to work as just a greeter at a casino just from someone who wanted to do him, a favor.
Mm-hmm.
So this is someone who sacrificed everything for America.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see there's a documentary about that,
Okay.
America's Hero Betrayed, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the two trajectories.
Yeah.
Joe Louis sacrificed everything. He went to the draft.
Mm-hmm.
He did everything. And then when they were done, they chewed him up, spit him out,
Mm-hmm.
nothing else. Muhammad Ali didn't, but look at how they're changing the narrative.
Uh-huh. Is Joe Louis alive?
No, he passed on.
He passed on. I'm sure he didn't get anything close to the attention Ali is getting now that he's gone. And all the American tags are flying here and there, And the most important part of Ali's life to me was that 1967 moment when he stood his ground and sacrificed everything that he had, was prepared to go to jail for his beliefs, And I think we should develop a lot of such men and women. And I'm sure our situation will change greatly.
What you are doing?
But more you are done.
Is that the same in Dangwe?
Sorry?
In Dangwe, is it the same? What you are doing?
Openo.
Openo?
Openo.
Openo?
Yeah, literally translated it will be you have done something.
Openo?
You've done something. Openo. You've done something. They also have Mochumi.
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 Openo? Mochumi.
So if you
How
want
does
to
that one break down? Mochumi.
Mochumi. Mo you. Me is me. The true is more like work. So I think a linguist will be able to better explain.
This is where the philosophy is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right in that spot.
And exactly at the beginning of the course, we also learned that in most African cultures and languages, the word for teach is the same word for show, and that also directs you to the philosophical positions of teaching and showing, right?
And it's also related to learn.
To learn, exactly.
Yeah. So in some languages, even the exact same word for to teach and to learn, they're the exact same.
Yeah.
Sometimes one is derived from the other, but yeah,
That's true. So yeah.
okay. Openo,
Openo.
openo,
P.
openo.
I guess it's O-P-E-N-O.
Okay, openo,
Openo. Yeah.
openo,
Or
openo,
Mochumi.
mochumi,
Yeah. Mochumi. So
Openo.
I'm pretty sure
mochumi.
these are words we have been using without thinking closely about how they are organized. Yeah.
Openo,
Yeah.
mochumi.